Hello everyone. Trust you are doing well. You're welcome to today's class, and yeah, let's get started. So first of all, today we'll be talking about the terminal. I'll be showing you how to use the terminal, how to navigate to it. Now, what I normally do when teaching about terminal is I always try to liken it to the file manager because a lot of people, nearly everybody who has a computer knows how to use a file manager, but almost like most of those population do not know how to use the terminal. And one thing I always tell students is that the terminal is not it's not the thing to be afraid of. You understand? The terminal is faster and even better than file manager, and it basically does the same thing than your it basically does the same thing as your file manager. You understand? So in this video I'm going to show you how to be able to navigate through the terminal like you are navigating your file manager. Now I think last week or last 2 weeks you guys installed WSL, which is a Windows subsystem for Linux on your computer, and you installed Ubuntu. Now, Ubuntu is a flavor of Linux. You have different flavors for the Linux operating system. You have Kali Linux, you have Parrot, you have CentOS, you have different flavors, but we are using Ubuntu for this. Now, the first thing I would love to show you is how to use File Manager. I know you probably know this. Now, since we installed WSL on your File Manager, below at the at the bottom you should see if directory called Linux. Now if you click on it, you open and then it will take you to, it'll show you something like Ubuntu. Once you click on it, now this is your Ubuntu file manager. This is where everything you installed in Ubuntu, this is where it lives. You understand? Now the same way you are here on the terminal, I can do cd dash and I'll be there, like this place. Now this cd, this forward slash, this is it. You understand? Now how do you know if this is it? So the first command I would first want to teach you is the pwd. Now pwd is you basically asking your terminal, where am I? So where am I? And if I do enter, it shows that you are in the slash. Now this slash is called the root directory. That's where everything starts from on the Linux computer, the root directory. And on your file manager, this is the root directory. Now, how do we confirm that we are here in the terminal? So I'll show you the next command. The next command is ls. The next command is basically you asking your computer what is inside of this place. Now, if I should do ls in this directory where I'm at, you see stuff like Android stores, bin, boot, dev, etc, home in it. The same thing here, Android source, boot, dev, etc, home in it, and everything you see here, this is it here, showing that we are in the same place on the terminal and here. So that's what ls dot. Ls basically shows what is inside of where you are. You understand? Now, the next command I would love to show you, but before I show you the command, let me show you its equivalent in the terminal in the file manager. Sorry. Now there's a folder called home. I'm going to double click to open it. I double clicked to open it. And inside of home, you have different folders. You have Coda, Willsmith, Cyber Willsmith, and Wix. And all these folders are just basically accounts in this system. So I'm going to double click and open Cyber Willsmith. It says as test to attempt. Okay, I don't have permission, but I think I'll definitely have permission to access that on here. So how do we open home and Cyber Willsmith? So the next command I'll be teaching you is cd. Cd means change directory. That's the full meaning of cd, change directory. Now, what does cd do? Cd basically takes you places. You understand? It takes you places. They say when you double click on file manager to open something, cd is like double clicking. Cd is like opening something. So I'm going to say cd space and I'm going to give it a parameter. Now a parameter is what you pass to commands. It's what you run commands with. So I'm going to run cd with home. I'm going to say cd home and it's going to take me to home. The same thing we did here. So if I should do pwd, which is print working directory, it's going to say I'm in home. And how do we verify that we are in home? You can do ls, and you see the same folders that you see here. Now in the terminal, so I can also see the tool cyber Will Smith, and you see I'm in cyber Will Smith. If I should do pwd, it says I'm in home cyber Will Smith. You understand? That's what cd does. It takes you to places, and inside of cyber Will Smith I do ls and nothing is there. You understand? Now another, there are some few parameters that you can pass to cd that will basically do some easy stuff to you. Now I'm in home cyber with me. Let's say I want to go back to home. What I can do is I can do cd dot dot. Now what cd dot dot does is that it takes you back one directory back. So if I should do ls, you see that or if I should do pwd, you see that I'm in home. So cd dot dot takes you one directory back. Now if I do cd dot dot again, it's going to take me back from home to root. If I should do pwd, it takes me back from home to home. So you have cd, you can use cd with the name of a folder, and it's going to take you to that folder and stuff like that. Now let's go back to home, or let's go back to root here. Now for the sake of this video, there are some other things I would love to teach you, but I'm going to do that inside of tmp. Tmp is just a temporary folder that anybody can write to it. Understand? So that's what I'll be doing. So for me, I'm going to cd into tmp, and inside of tmp, let me do ls. You see there are some folders there, and if I should open it here, you see this my file manager shows me the same. Now the next command I'm going to be teach you is mkdir. What does mkdir is? Mkdir means make directory. You understand? The same way I can come here and do folder and do test folder, and it's going to create that. And if I should do ls, you see that there's a folder called test folder here. That's the same thing that's the same stuff that mk directory does. Now I can do mk directory. I can use mk directory to create a folder. Understand? Now I'm going to use mk directory. I'm going to call it linux folder, and you see it creates a folder. And if I should come here, refresh this place. How do I refresh now? You see there's a new folder called linux folder which I created on my. So that's what mk directory does. Mk directory creates a folder, and I'm going to see the into linux folder, and I'm going to do some stuff in it. So we've learned about pwd, print working directory. We've learned about ls, list directories. So we've learned about cd, change directories, and then we've learned about mkdir, make directories to create folders and stuff like that. So I'm inside of linux folder. I'm going to open it to on my file explorer. Now inside of here, I'm going to teach you another command which is basically touch. Now what touch does is that it creates files, not folders. Whenever I want to create files, use touch. Whenever I want to create folders, you use mkdir. So I'm going to do touch. I'm going to do touch test file dot txt. I'm creating a text file now called test file. No, let me change the name. It's kind of confusing. I'm going to call this test. No, let me call this names.txt. So I'm going to create a new file and call it names.txt. And now if I should come, sorry, excuse me please, a mouse. Yeah, so if I should come here, reload this, you should see it, names.txt. So that's how you create a file in your terminal. I'm going to create another one again. I'm going to create and call it contact.txt, and that's it. Use the touch command to create stuff. Where is it? Where am I? Contacts and names. You understand? So use the touch command to create stuff. Now,